Hey guys, so if you know me personally, even just a little bit, you will know that I am like super organized. It's honestly a bit over the top sometimes. However, as I have kind of matured and I've experienced more health complications and have had to take responsibility and advocate for myself and just be generally more organized, I've found that staying organized and having systems in place has just really kept me in a good spot with my health. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips and tricks for staying organized and keeping organized, and what I kind of do so that I have my routines down and I'm not misplacing my meds, forgetting doctor appointments, those kinds of things we all like to avoid. So this here is my room, or as I jokingly call it, the hospital. So first thing over here, I want to start with the calendar. So it is really important that you write on the calendar. I know that we're not all visual people. However, I personally like to see all the days of the month just right there in front of you. It just makes it easier to visualize time that way. At least it does for me. So some of the things that I post on my calendar are when to clean my oxygen filters, when to replace my oxygen tubing. Every 3 weeks that has to be replaced. Once a week the filters have to be cleaned. I get my port reaccessed and have labs drawn on Tuesday. So even the very routine stuff that is every week or every couple weeks, I still write it down, just so that it's ingrained in the day and I don't forget about it. I write when I get new prescription refills, and then I put down when to call in to refill them, as well as things like when I opened a new insulin pen and then marking 25 days later so that I remember to take out a new one. Doctor appointments, all that stuff. It's just a really great way to make sure you don't forget anything. And that is supposed to be a golden doodle puppy, but it doesn't really look like one. So making our way over here, on this wall, I have my insulin dosage sliding scale. So I have CF-related diabetes, and if I need extra insulin or extra coverage, I refer to this chart. I mean, I have it memorized, but even then, it's just good to have it in writing. Also, this is my medication list. It says the name of the medication I'm on, the dosage, and how frequently it is taken. In addition, I have my allergies and my infusion schedule for my IVs, the times I infuse, and the medications that I alternate with. This is really important. In the event that you have a medical mishap and EMTs are coming into your room at like midnight, needing to know what medication you're on, how often you take it, what you're allergic to, all that good stuff. That happened to me last year, and I was totally unconscious. So my mom had a really hard time answering those questions, and she's like, I should know this, but Shannon's been taking her, she's been doing her own health, so I really don't even know. So I have this posted here just in case of like an emergency, or in case I'm taken to the hospital and my mom can just rip this off the wall and take it with her. So if anything, it's more of a precautionary type thing. Obviously, I don't need it. I know all this stuff already, but it's not for me, it's for emergencies. Moving on, I have kind of my diabetes station, super nerdy, but hey. I've got my insulin pen, I've got needles, I've got lancets, and then whenever I test my blood sugar, I've got everything right here. In this first drawer, which is broken, so excuse the noise, I have extra alcohol wipes for my port when I'm doing infusions. In this drawer, I have a bunch of saline flushes that Levi is very interested in. Just saline, buddy. And here I have heparin. It's another flush for my port. And this is actually more saline because I got a bunch of saline recently. Yesterday I got a huge shipment. This is tubing, extra tubing for IVs. It's basically all IV stuff up until this drawer. And then this is extra lancets and extra test strips. So I have a bunch of that stuff for my diabetes fetus, and then I have some extra glucometers and needles type stuff that I really don't use this stuff, but it's just extra. So that is the magical chest. Moving on to my medical nightstand table, I have my bi-pap machine, which obviously I use when I'm sleeping. I have all of my medications. I have my nebulizer, which I do my neb treatments with. I have an IS, which is an breathing instrument, as well as this, which is an acapella. And those are both used as respiratory devices for airway clearance and just like respiratory exercises. So one really cool thing that I do, mostly because I'm lazy, but also because it's really convenient, is I have a shower caddy that I got at Target. However, I use it as like a portable infusion caddy. And it works awesome because for every infusion, let's see, I have 2 pumps. So I do both of these. I need 2 packets of tubing. I need 3 saline, 1 heparin, and then an alcohol wipe. And I have plenty in there, as well as extra batteries for the pumps. So it's really nice because all this stuff just fits perfectly in here. And then in the morning, when my alarm wakes me up at 8 a.m. for my morning infusion, all I do, I don't even have to get out of bed. The night before, I put my medication in here so that it's warm by the time it's morning. And then I just put this little guy right next to my friends on my bed. So I don't even have to get out of bed in the morning to infuse. It's also super convenient because I can take it places with me. So if I need to infuse, or I'm going to be, sorry about the lighting, I'm going to be like out of the house for my infusion dose, I just grab this thing and it is like super convenient. It's a good system. Another thing is my backpack, which is what I put my portable oxygen tanks in whenever I go out the house. So in here, I have my wallet, which I carry in there. I have a pulse ox, which is really good to have one of these when you're out and about because it will tell you your heart rate and your oxygen. So if I'm out and I feel like I'm not getting enough oxygen, or if I start to get concerned because I have tachycardia and it's pretty bad, it will tell me. So, and then in this little pouch here in the front, I keep a pair of earbuds because you never know when you're going to need those. I keep an extra cannula, which is a really good idea too because if the one that you have gets dropped on the ground or gets dirty or something, it's good to have a spare one. I keep these, which are glucose tablets. They're disgusting, but just in case I ever get a really low blood sugar and I need something immediately, I keep Kleenex little otters because the cannula dries out your nose and then your body starts being like, oh, I need extra lubricant, and then your nose is always running when you're on oxygen. So I have a chapstick that I keep in there for chappy lips, and then these are like icebreakers just cause I feel like it. I also keep this guy in there because it's like a albuterol inhaler in case I need it. I also have a sharps container on the ground there that is for my lancets and my insulin needles. So out here in the living room is where I do my infusion. I'm sorry, not infusion, my port stuff. So once a week when the nurse comes from home care to reaccess my port and draw labs, we sit down here and this is all of my home care stuff. So I have, this is my transplant journal I take with me to my transplant appointments. I have a sharps container where I put like excess blood draw stuff and my port needles. There's this box. I've got a bunch of extra tubing for when I run out in my bedroom. Some salines, heparin. This is a lab draw kit. Then some alcohol wipes, port access kits, Huber needles, and sterile salines. And then in here, I've got labels for the blood vials, extra Tegaderm, extra tapes, and shower guards. So that covers all of that stuff. It's really nice to have this, I don't know what you'd call it, bin chest thing out here for the home care nurse, so that when they come in, they just do their setup on the table. I'm not running into my room, having to grab things and come back out here. Everything's just right out here where we need it. And then in here on the refrigerator is a little whiteboard where I write my home care supplies. So when I get low on something, before I'm actually out, I put it on the list. So when they call me and they're ready to send my monthly, or not monthly, like my once a week or twice a week med supply, because even though I'm on the antibiotics continuously, they can only send out like 5 days supplies at a time. So when they call me, I say, hey, this is what I need, this is what I don't need, and yeah, works out pretty well. So those are my organizational tips and tricks. Like I said, it's a bit over the top, I will admit that, but hey, it works for me, and that's all that matters. I do have cystic fibrosis, CF-related diabetes. I'm currently waiting for a bilateral lung transplant. And if you guys have any questions about literally anything, please do not hesitate to ask. I will upload a Q&A. There's actually one from back in I think end of February that I never got to uploading. And then I'll make another one. Please go ahead and email me your questions, because I know that not everybody has YouTube and not everybody has Facebook. So some are just following the YouTube channel, and then other people are just following the Fearless page on Facebook, and then some of you guys are doing both. So email me your questions, fearlesslungs@gmail.com. So that is the email that you want to use. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the love, the prayers, the support, the encouragement. It is appreciated every single day. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, I'll talk to you later. Bye.